You don't have to stick to this voice if it's so annoying.
I think it's really funny. I'm the matriarch of the orcas. Click, click, click.
slapping her sides.
1 sec, let me just call my nephew.
Oh, Willie!
Yeah, what is it, Grandma?
They sing so beautifully.
But they talk like shit.
They talk like shit.
Gather round, friends, let me tell you a tale of 3 heroes, noble and bold. A brute, a druid, and a thief who is but 9 years old. You know them by name, you know them by deed. Their quests are famously daring. So here I sit, singing to you an adventure that is worth sharing. Tuck is the brute, he knows not his home, he loves to sing and fight. Ving is half elf, he shifts his shape and wields a spear with great might. Billy's a thief, his tiny size does mask the largest heart. Best and brightest they may not be, but their friendship outweighs their smarts. So gather round, friends, and listen close, for the tale's about to start.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Spout Lore. I'm your Game Master, Sean O'Hara. Joining me, as always, playing Tacoma Dome the Barbarian, Abdul Aziz.
Hello, everybody.
Playing Ving, the Half-Elf Druid, Paul Oppers.
Hello, everyone.
And playing Fat Billy, the Halfling Thief, Jessica Ty.
Hello.
When last we left our heroes, they were recovering from a devastating landslide caused by...
Hey.
Question mark.
I don't know who did it. I think it was all of us.
Yeah,
Probably.
nature.
Yeah.
and the price that one must pay.
Oh.
Buried deep beneath that rubble, much like an episode of House MD that Abdul was trying to explain to me. Tuck was buried beneath layers of stone, held aloft by the shattered body of M4, the War Mach that the party had become such close friends with. With the help of Larry, Terry, and Chad, Tuck recovered the mechanical heart of M4, hopefully containing his essence, as it ticks on still, mixed in with the organic flowing iron that Ving saturated M4 with earlier in the day. Following this, with the help of the Harriers, Tuck was able to escape himself from the landslide, and the party left the shattered facility behind. Mission complete?
Oh, yeah. I feel like we did a great job.
Oh, yeah. You can't use that refinery anymore.
Yeah.
What refinery?
Where was it?
We
Yeah.
destroyed the refinery and the vein of coal and obsidian underneath.
Mhm.
Yes.
It's unminable in the
Yeah.
future. Yeah.
And returning to the camp deep in the woods with the Harriers, the party received some medical attention and sent a message down the bowstring line that the Harriers use to covertly communicate with one another, archers sending messages back and forth. They discovered that Callum Blackhammer, their next supposed target, is currently in the city of Blackglass, right in the capital, doing his thing, while Colm Blackhammer, location currently unknown, seems to be working on preparing something called Project Anvil.
So cool.
Some
Such a
sort of
sick name.
secret weapon that the Riverways Alliance has discovered and is currently terrified of.
Mhm.
The party was preparing to make their next move, return to Hither and Yawn with the information, and attempt to get closer to Callum, as Billy found, buried beneath some moss, a portal of black obsidian carved with a great eye.
Mm.
The gibbous man, using his influence to spy on the party through the obsidian, drew the ire of one Tacoma Dome.
Mm-hmm. And like somebody who gets startled on the porch, punched him in the face immediately, turned in fear,
Smashed it.
Yeah.
Smashed the portal to flinders.
Yeah. It's stand your ground law. I'm protected by stand your ground law.
Revealing a yawning chasm into the earth, steps leading down to some sort of ancient altar. Billy, in his fairy form for protective reasons, decided to descend as Tuck and his demonic sense discovered in this tunnel an icon of judgment. So Billy descended, finding carved murals in the sides of the tunnel, not unlike the Dark Guard churches that we have discovered in the past.
So cool.
Realizing through the connecting of dots and the feeling that he gained from the carvings that the Magi, the Dark Guard, the Church of the Black Flame all fit under the umbrella of the Eye, a cult committed to the worship of the gibbous man in the night sky. And based on the name the Eye, likely the spider.
Wait, is the eye connected to the spider?
Yeah.
Well, the spider's
Right.
eyes.
The
yeah.
spider's
Because
eyes.
the eyes walked like men.
Mm-hmm.
Scary
Whoa.
as hell.
Whoa.
Our show's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty
actually
cool that
Neat.
it's pretty cool that like 8 years ago we talked about a coin with an eye carved in it, and then that eventually connected to like an ancient spider god.
Yeah,
I like that.
it's pretty sick.
Billy was rebuffed from the entrance of the tunnel by the demon of judgment, or the icon of judgment rather,
Mhm.
who deemed Billy unworthy, but not before he received a vision and the information that the Blackhammer twins may be part of a family descended from ancient Macallan Magi,
Mhm.
the first to use the blood of spirit walkers and wizards to chain powers to their own mortal forms. What this means, we know not. As Billy was returned to his body, the party heard a great crashing in the trees. A War Mac, feral in its countenance and frantic in its movement, came bursting into the glade, ready to do harm to them and their allies. In a last-minute maneuver, Billy sent his Bill-o'-the-Wisp into the trees, distracting the Mac and causing it to run away from their allies as they themselves dove through the door of an outhouse into Hither and Yawn.
Oh, thank God.
Slamming the door behind them, that is where we find our heroes now.
That was so scary. Oh my god.
Oh God, it smells like shit in here.
Mears comes out of a bathroom next to
Hey,
her.
yeah, you hear the like toilet flushing sound, and he's wiping his hands off. Sorry about that. I was just cleaning out the privy.
God,
I was,
dang it.
I was pumping it out.
Was that you? Who dropped that?
Nothing to worry about. What's going on? Are you okay?
Yeah.
No.
For a moment.
Smash cut to all of you sitting at a table. Mears is like ladling out soup into a bowl for each of you. Wow.
So that's basically what.
This far into the show, that's how I'm going to handle you coming
Yeah,
back to a
nice. I
character
like
that
that.
doesn't know anything.
So that's basically what happened.
Whoa.
Yeah. Did you like how I described it?
It was, honestly, it was really cool the way you described it.
Were the act outs too much?
Yeah. Billy and Vangers are
In leotards?
yeah.
Oh, God.
And all their props, like,
Yeah.
how'd it go?
I'm dressed like a big cloud.
Yeah, you're just like a cloud. Billy has like a bucket on his head with like metal, like
Yeah.
on his arm, like
Yeah,
forks on his hands.
Yeah. I've got all the pots and pans like piled on me, like the like metal mech snake bug thing was.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We put the corrupted War Mac costume on Francis.
Aw.
When you say the corrupted War Mac costume, what do you mean? You don't have one of those.
It's
It's
a
all
chair and a
shitty.
brown blanket.
There you go. Perfect. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
And yeah, so Francis like shakes his body and the blanket falls off of him.
He taped a bunch of knives to him too. Make him really scary.
And he is, because now there's like 1,000-pound pig covered in knives walking around the room.
Ah, fuck.
Sorry, old boy. Too far into my role, you see.
Chuck's wearing a cloud that has is a black cloud. It's a frowny face on it.
Oh.
You know, now that I think about it, I don't understand what the clouds symbolize.
Because the gibbous man is making pollution.
Yes, and I'm the clouds before he got
He's the
to there.
good cloud.
Oh, okay.
And
I see.
Wait, should we start again?
No.
1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4.
The music starts. You guys start dancing. No. Wow. Okay. So the gibbous man is using the coal to spread his influence.
Mm-hmm. Looks like.
It's to spread his influence, and it's also to like resubstantiate himself, to gain more power for whatever's coming.
Huh. And what has he said what's coming?
The Anvil is something.
Hmm.
Have you heard it tell from any of the travelers of...
No, we haven't had any soldiers come by.
Some secret weapon, maybe.
I haven't heard anything, but you guys could always check the mail slots.
mail slots?
What
Yeah,
are
the-
those?
We have mail slots?
Yeah, all of the room keys have associated mail cubbies. People leave messages, so you could always go check.
I'm gonna go check.
Uh,
We've never checked it, so it's full of junk mail.
Full of junk mail and flyers.
Yeah, there's like pizza coupons.
There's a lot of emails from like debt collectors and tucks.
There's a lot of letters with threats, like written angrily.
There's a lot of like promises from Penusian prince and things.
That's true. It's a letter that says, "Hello, sir. I have reached out to you because my father, the king of Penusia, has died."
Oh no! You see Ving flashback to Ving like putting money in an envelope and licking it, sending it off.
I would like to control 100 million gold coin, but require bank information to transfer.
Please send bank information, Kenosian Bank or Sunstone directly to me.
Yeah.
Guys, how much money do we have?
So what in all this is useful or valuable to me?
Yeah, okay. 2d6 plus wisdom to discern realities.
11.
Yeah, you see a little rolled up piece of, looks like scrap paper that looks newer and not as covered in cobwebs as the rest of it. And you pull it out and it's covered in writing.
From who?
Well, you are illiterate, so there's actually no way for you to know.
Oh yeah. I pass it over to one of you guys.
So you hand it off to
Whoever's closest. Mears.
Mears. Takes it. He goes, "Oh, it's from Perel. They must have come by when I was asleep, I guess." Anyway,
cut back to that.
Oh yeah.
And Mears is like in an armchair in front of the fire, fully like head back,
And the door
arms and legs splayed, like
The door bashes
smash
open.
with two men riling, hands searching. They're using it as a fuck closet.
They're grabbing each other so much.
Stop. They look at Mears, pause. Okay, and then go back to it.
It's okay, he's sleeping.
"You're so fucking smart." "No, you're smart." They just boom, 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 like up the stairs to their room. Then later we see Perel come down with like his robe like around his waist and clutched across his
His
chest.
typical like after sex outfit.
Yes,
Yeah.
on the way to pineapple juice.
Yeah.
And sliding a piece of paper into the mail slot, and then taking a slug off a jug of pineapple juice and storming back
And you
up
hear
the
Morris
stairs.
go, Perel.
Ding ding, round 3.
Good for them.
And the letter says, "Hello, this is your friend Perel. I have returned from the High Spear Tower. Work goes well. It is a masterpiece. No mind except for my own, and also that of my lover, Morris Wedge, and also my other lover, Aquaria, would be able to uncover such mysteries.
All right, skip to the next paragraph.
And because of our 3 combined minds..."
Strolling.
Keep scrolling. We scroll through the letter.
Turn over the page.
Yeah.
Once in
Doing
a
this-
lifetime, nay, in all lifetimes.
Right, yeah, we scroll.
Yeah,
the
we're
scroll.
scrolling it. Okay.
Scroll.
Yeah.
Anyways,
This is like when you get a letter from like your 65-year-old aunt.
there's a lot of ... that don't need to be there, but make you feel like there's tension in the writing.
And there's no exclamation points like millennials put in all email communications because they.
Because we don't want anybody to
we
be
don't
mad
want
at
anyone
us.
to be
Yeah.
mad.
Yeah.
So it's just
Otherwise-
a bunch of periods, and we're
Yeah.
like, why the fuck is Perel so mad?
What did we do to him?
My email signature at work has a thanks exclamation point in it automatically because I know that's what I'm going to do. So what do we think he has told you here? I think the long and the short of it is, anyway, understand basic infrastructure of the High Spear now.
Oh.
Turning it to our use will take longer. Turns out the wizard that made this thing was insane.
Wow.
Understand basic infrastructure, but layout is arcane, capital A.
That's great.
Will return in fortnight to rest. If you need anything, leave a message. Love, Perel.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
We can also, because you guys scrolled through a lot of the information.
Uh-huh.
If you have more questions, we can
Yeah.
Pull it back
to them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because we were trying to get information on if they knew about the anvil.
Yeah.
If there was anything
Mhm.
about the anvil.
What here's not what it appears to be.
You scroll back because there was some stuff that he did kind of slip in. His writing style is very confusing because he'll like go kind of thought by thought. So he was talking a lot about how smart him, Aquaria, and Morris are. And then every once in a while would be like, oh yeah, by the way, I remembered this.
Yeah.
Oh.
Someone creeping around outside the High Spear. Morris grabbed them. High Spear intelligence. Talked about something, the Anvil.
Okay.
Why didn't he highlight this section?
This is useful. One useful thing.
Couldn't get much out of them. Turns out they don't really know a lot about it, except for it is some kind of machine.
Okay. Maybe like a Mega Mac. Ooh.
Ooh,
Like
a Big Mac.
yeah. Like one of those Pacific Rim kaiju things.
Yeah.
Oh, like a Jaeger?
Yeah, Jaeger.
Fucking
Oh.
8 stories tall.
Yeah.
Maybe all the other Macs add up to a big one, like a Voltron.
Transformer.
Oh my God, they're Voltroning.
Oh no!
they're for sure doing that.
They're Voltroning right now.
That would be so sick.
sick.
Is what Tuck says. Twin big.
Maybe we shouldn't stop them.
I kind of want to.
I want to see this.
I want to see it happen at least once, right?
Like a big set piece. I mean, we have all this money for production. We have to have a big set piece.
I've actually been dipping into that for a Penusian prince. Sorry.
He needs it. His dad died. And this isn't something that Perel would add, but more context that I would be adding for you. If it is a machine, that would suggest that if you wanted more information, the Firefields has like a huge logistical pipeline.
Mm.
So you could get more information if you hit other facilities, potentially, or kidnap somebody that is related to like the engineering core.
I like that the scroll has like a residue on it, and we see that it is like black coal, almost like obsidian. So it's like, oh, it's really heavy. Things are really popping off there.
Yeah, there's like
Something
smog all over the place.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe he says that in his
Yeah,
letter.
that is another part of the letter.
And it's
Sky,
on the, you can see fingerprints, black fingerprints.
smog everywhere. Feels bad to breathe outside. Staying
Oh,
inside.
no.
That is the thing, is like we were getting into a lot of fights when we were in the Firefields Principality. I think it might have been part of the effect of
I like that.
Yeah.
Staying inside. Morris getting on nerves.
yeah.
Morris sucks.
Yeah.
Tuck is like, that's probably why I did so bad in that fight. Right, guys?
Yeah.
Well, actually, Tuck,
Yeah, man.
Tuck does know that he is resistant to demonic influence. So.
But maybe there's a way that it
Ving
got through
says.
it.
Yeah.
Could be a
Try
way.
and make him feel better.
Yeah.
Maybe my resistance to demonic stuff is going away.
Yeah, it could be.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
making you weak.
Oh,
So it's not really your fault.
I feel so weak.
Yeah, maybe it was that demonic influence that abandoned me in the fight.
yeah. I don't think it was me. I think it was the effect of the smoke.
Yeah, he was possessed by the demon of running away.
Yeah.
So if we just fought inside next time, he'd probably be really strong and buff and
Yeah.
brave,
Yeah.
unlike last time.
I think you have one more question.
What is about to happen then?
What is about to happen? How would Perel say this? I mean, it's the smog thing, because he doesn't know what you know about the smog right now.
Mm-hmm.
But you would assume that anywhere on the front, this is going to be worse.
Right.
Like it wasn't for some reason as bad where you were, except in the refinery where it was clearly affecting the snake. It was affecting Tuck. It was affecting lots of stuff.
it's affecting the workers.
They might be
and
using
Tuck.
it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's why he's so weak.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Which I wonder if this is a dot that you would connect. If you have experienced the smog and what you know about what the Gibbous Man might be doing with it, this might connect you to the idea that the Anvil might have something to do with the smog.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like they're using it like a mustard gas on a big scale.
Yeah, like
maybe.
it's almost like
Whoa.
a biological weapon,
Whoa.
chemical warfare.
Mm-hmm.
especially if it's spreading too high spear. Like it might be something to do with them wanting to spread it as far as they can. So Perel has made it clear that you can leave a little message here for him if you want.
Okay.
And did Oman come back?
Oman is yes.
But like when was the last time we saw Oman?
Yeah. When was the last time?
We did get a message back, and then we wrote. Did we write a message? Because the last communication I sent was through Blackspire.
Yeah.
Remember?
To her.
Yeah.
To Farah.
Was when I was in his head and I coached him through writing.
Uh-huh.
War is coming. Bad. Frowny face.
Right. Yeah. Let Blackspire go or else or something like that.
or else.
Vote bad.
I guess the big question that the reason I'm asking is there anything that you are hoping to get from Farah or anything that you want to tell Farah?
I want to know about Blackspire. I want to know what the library's up to. Those are the things.
Then I think we're at the cubbies.
Yes.
We're at the
Yeah.
male cubbies.
Yeah.
This is the place for it.
Yeah.
You look up in one of the cubbies and kind of peeking out of like squeak, squeak, squeak out of one of the little cubbies is a little bookworm.
Ooh, and I like we brought it up earlier that one of the cubbies is like a little mini Hither and Yawn. It's like done up like it's his own little apartment.
He has like there's like a little like wool mattress and
Mhm.
like a scrap of fabric that's like a blanket.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like definitely Mears has made little miniature furniture for
Yes. There's like a little miniature mirrors at the
Yeah.
behind the bar.
There's a little chair and then like a little tea light
Yeah.
that's the fireplace that
little
he's sitting
tiny
in front of.
Francis. Yeah, I like
molded
this.
out of clay.
Yeah.
And then also like the food and drink, it's like a thimble of water, a tiny piece of cheese.
Mhm.
He's got a little stink bug in there that
Yeah.
is his pet.
Yeah.
So cute.
That's so cute. And he squeaks out and kind of nods his little worm head and starts crawling down towards one of you.
I put my finger at.
Yeah, squeak, 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 and his wings unfold from his
Ooh,
body.
They have a black dust on them.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah,
A little guy.
in the crevasses of his wings.
Can I read his wings?
Yeah, it's just an update from Farah basically, because last time you told her about the whole Gibbous Man thing,
Yeah.
and she gave you back some information on that. The first thing that she says is Blackspire is gone.
Yes! Fuck yes!
God.
And it's in the little
Uh-oh.
like shorthand, so
Uh-huh.
Tuck kind of needs some help from Ving a little bit to read it because it's in like
'Cause
the
he thinks
library.
he's dead.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no!
My dog died. No. He's gone. He left.
I hope you understand the blow that this has dealt to thaumazoological research.
We're like, don't care.
Yes, the blow this has dealt from blah 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 is what we read. Yeah, yeah.
Thankfully, no one was hurt. Repairs are underway.
Oh shit.
Minimal casualties. Repairs are underway.
Casualties within acceptable parameters.
Wow, she's more of a librarian than ever.
Right, you can read this because you trained as a librarian while you were there.
I know
Yeah.
shorthand.
Yeah. War is coming? ? Please return with more information. Research underway into Mother Never Was.
Mhm.
Eyewitness reports difficult to obtain. Folkloric sources primary.
Mhm.
What would she want to know? She's really upset that Blackspire's gone for sure. If war is coming, we must prepare. Please return at earliest convenience.
Hmm.
Return message at earliest convenience.
we
Yeah.
we
We're like,
read it. Please
oh.
return it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys are like, oh, back to McCall then?
I'll pack my stuff.
Season 7, anyone?
Yeah.
The podcast will never end.
Yeah.
We'll
Aha!
just start right back from the beginning of season 7. We'll keep looping.
Yeah. But Mears is like, if you do need to go back to McCall,
She doesn't want us there. And Blackspire's on his way.
Yeah.
We can't go back now.
what does that mean? Where's he on his way? Wait, so how is he going to get to you if he doesn't know where you are?
Fling. Catch the guitar picks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. all
That's
right.
made out of the scale from his
Yeah.
head.
I assume he could track this, and also you have a connection with him.
So what do you
Yeah.
think is going to happen when you guys start popping around in Hither and Yawn with him trying to find you? Also, how's he supposed to get over here?
A dragon can fit on a boat, Sean.
So do you think he's going to buy passage on a boat? He's a dragon. They're going to run away from him.
He'll find a way.
He'll figure it out. He'll figure it out,
All
right?
I just think maybe, you know what? I'm going to make some plan. I'm going to think about this a little bit. Because I
Thank
think
you.
I have a sneaking suspicion that you guys haven't thought very
I've
much
thought about it.
Yeah?
Obviously, he's going to get help from Cerulean Depths. She's going to ferry him over across the Sea of Graves,
Not bad.
drop him off nearest to us.
Yeah.
He's going to tune into Tuck's mind,
Yes.
and he will follow us. It'll be no problem. He's totally well suited to traveling. He's a nice guy, very brave and big. No one will bother him. And then when he finds us here at Hither and Yawn, he'll just come through the door where he will fit. And then we'll be together again.
The end.
And then after Billy explains this, we cut to Blackspire.
Yeah.
like roaring on the edge of the ocean, being like, ah! It's so big! Help!
I don't see them.
He's sitting, his front legs are in front of him, his back legs are sticking straight out because he's sitting on his butt. He's just like, oh man, this ocean's fucking huge.
It's freezing.
He like tries to go and he's like,
He
oh.
does the dog thing
Yeah.
where he goes in a little bit and then the waves come out. He's like, oh,
And his tail's like swishing, like he's so agitated. He's like,
Walking back and forth like, man, come on.
he's doing the cat thing where he's going back and forth
Yeah.
across the fucking ocean.
How do we reach out to Cerulean?
Well, I think someone has a mother of pearl scale.
I do.
Cerulean depths.
I'd like to use it in this vision.
You're gonna have to roll for this for sure.
'Kay. What would it be?
Okay, so in the past we've used Communion of Whispers to use this like spiritual connection with the scale to connect with Cerulean depths.
Yeah, okay. I'll commune with the whispers of the scale to try and get her to go to the edge of the sea near the library.
Great. Yeah, go ahead and roll that. I think it's 2d6 plus wisdom.
It is plus wisdom. I got 9.
Ooh, I will help with my connection to Blackspire.
Okay. I am down with the connection being your connection to Blackspire, allowing you to aid Ving. I would like to know how you are aiding Ving.
the guitar pick.
No,
Yeah, the
but
guitar
like,
pick.
but like, what does it look
Like,
like in
link-
how you're aiding?
It's on the scale. I have the scale.
Yeah, you have the scale, and then you feel my arms come in from around you. I've had the time of my life.
That's not the right song at all.
I miss my big black and white dog.
And I never felt this way before.
That's a different Patrick Swayze
I
movie.
swear.
It's the truth, and I owe it all to you.
Plus bond.
Nice.
Plus bond is 8.
8.
Woohoo.
So that 8 makes it a 10, which
And-
means
I lift Ving in the air.
Oh my God, we did a
Dirty
full lift?
dancing move.
right. So we fully bypassed Ghost and went right to Dirty Dancing.
You pushed me up so fast that Whoopi Goldberg's ghost can't stay in my body. You've poltergeisted me from Whoopi.
And
you.
as you are, Bing, it's perfect. As you're lifted into the air
Yeah.
in the common room of Hither and Yawn, you kind of bop into a chandelier a little bit.
A crystal chandelier.
A crystal chandelier.
Which amplifies my
Oh, I
connection.
see, yes. And this sort of like, as Tuck is lifting you up, your arms are straight out holding the scale with the Blackspire's guitar pick in it. And your vision begins to cloud as you feel this like your body is straight out and long and sinuous and subaquatic as you course through the waters of the Sea of Graves. Blue extends all around you. You are exhilarated in the enjoyment of your beautiful serpentine draconic form.
Ooh, swimming alongside is the matriarch of the orcas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
an orca
grandmother.
Yes.
Yeah.
Grandmother orca swims
Yeah.
beside you.
I'm the matriarch of the orcas.
Yes. She is vaping.
How's it going, babe?
She has to go up to surface to blow out her smoke.
She's vaping through the blow.
Yes. Which is a series of drawings I started. So I wanted to say it on mic.
Yeah, that's great. And Cerulean Depths is like, I'm just so glad that you came with me for this swim. You know, I've been feeling really stressed out about all the cracks I've been finding in the pillars. It's been really messing with the abalone, and I just haven't been able to feed like I used to. Yeah, I know what that's like, honey. The fish are getting freaked out as well. One sec. Back down.
You don't have to stick to this voice if it's so annoying.
it's really funny. I'm the matriarch of the orcas. Click, click, click.
Slapping her sides.
1 sec, let me just call my nephew. Oh, Willie!
Yeah, what is it, Grandma?
They sing so beautifully.
But they talk like shit.
They talk like shit.
And you feel yourself in this body, feel a presence of yourself in this body. As Cerulean Depth stops and goes, Spirit Walker?
Siri?
Wow. It's been years.
It's been a long time.
Was that you I felt a moon ago, seeing through mine eyes?
It was.
Wow. What brings you to my depths now?
I'm checking in on our friend Blackspire, a fellow dragon on the shores of the library's east shores.
A fellow dragon, you say? It has been many moons since I have spied one of my kind.
Not so illustrious as your kind, but a dragon hidden for an age.
As it has ever been. That poor whelp. I will reach out to him if I can. Wait, sorry. What was that? Bing?
Huh?
Bing, you're breaking up. You break? Bing.
Blah.
And then the connection is abruptly severed.
Abruptly.
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
I don't know.
Did you feel anything?
Well, you're
Chuck's
quivering. Chuck's quivering, and he like looks up, and Ving's got a boner from talking to Siri.
He goes,
It keeps
Dumps him onto the
it keeps
ground.
batting me in
I
the
landed on my dorsal fin.
Do you hope that your message got through?
I don't know if it did.
The 7.
Wait, that was a 10
That
plus.
was a 10. I forgot
Yeah.
while I was doing it.
Yeah.
Let's reel it back
reel it
a
back,
little
yeah.
bit.
Alright, so he lifts Ving back up.
Back
Yeah.
up. Yeah, you can
Yep.
feel.
Give me back up.
You hear like. dee-doo, dee-doo-doo, dee.
Wait,
Yeah.
the Skype one?
The Skype one.
sound?
You're like, oh wait, somebody's calling me. Quick, lift me back up.
The Skype. Why the Skype one?
It starts with an S. Who cares?
And then, boop. Sorry about that, Ving.
Yeah, the bubbles.
I was driving through a valley for a little bit. What were you trying to say?
I need you to reach out to Blackspire,
Oh,
the dragon.
Blackspire.
Can you give him a lift back here? Is there any
Oh.
way you could facilitate this?
The Sea of Graves is a dangerous place currently.
Yeah?
The pillars, they crack under the weight of ages. Some dark influence.
That was so cool. Sorry.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is the black smoke reached the sea airs as well?
Not as of yet, but I have feasted upon many an abalone that has told me that in other parts of the ocean. Yeah, I did. All right, yeah.
So you talk to them right before you eat them?
Sometimes, look, the ocean's a dangerous place. It's complicated. But I have heard tell of the smoke, of the smog, of its corrupting influence on nature and on man.
Of the desolation of smog.
We're not legally allowed to say it like that. We will be shut down by the estate of J.R.R. Tolkien. But I will find this dragon, and you wish me to bring him to you.
If you can find a boat big enough, that would be great.
Send me an image of this dragon using the power of your mind.
But I borrow from Tux to give to.
What does Blackspire look like in your mind?
It's the image of him on the shore, like pawing back and forth. He's now like, how white is he now? Like
I think
50-50?
I think he's kind of like a tuxedo cat looking. Like he's got
Yeah.
black, but he's got like white stripes, and maybe like his
So
front
cute.
paws are kind of
Maybe
like
his
white now.
chest is white.
Yeah, he's got like a little.
little.
Oh, he's got a white like long diamond on his chest.
Yes.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
like black ringing it.
Yeah.
He had white like band around the top of his head.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's on the shore, like one of the beaches outside of Wickport, like pawing back and forth.
Drawing so much attention. I want to be clear. He's a dragon.
Oh yeah.
These things are not common.
There's
There's a crowd probably.
There's a crowd. There's like city officials that are like, this is a problem.
They're like
Newscasters.
they're pushing their like
into a glass bottle.
their animal control guy who's like with a net like no they're pushing him closer.
Go.
And
What do you do with
Blackspire's
it?
doing his little.
Yeah. He's trying to get them away from him by doing the
Yeah.
sunstone paps.
Oh, why does he keep doing that? I like the idea that there is a newscaster talking into a glass jug. There's no camera or
Yeah.
anything.
They're just describing it all.
I'm here on the scene. There seems to be some sort of giant reptilian, maybe some sort of cute cat, and he is on the shore causing a disturbance. Reported at 11:59 a.m.
He seems to be a dog sometimes and a cat sometimes, depending on what's cuter. And there's a guy with like a giant jug that looks like one of the water cooler jugs. He's holding it like a camera, like a news camera.
But he's catching all the ambient sound.
There's a rubber tube over the top that goes into the guy's hand, and he's talking into a funnel.
Holy shit, the
That's
technology
so
in this
funny.
world is so weird.
There's a bunch of like en plein air artists set up like just like painting the scene.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, there's gonna be so many beautiful postcards of this scene later on.
Yeah.
So wait, how did Tuck get this image of Blackspire on the shore?
Oh, do I have to try and connect with him?
Well, I mean, he
Oh,
was
yeah.
aiding me. So
I was aiding
Oh,
him.
I see.
He
with
had
the
me
thing.
lifted up.
Yes.
And then Ving had his arms out, and then he just reached down and touched the side of his head.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that connection using the like void inside of Tuck's head
Yeah.
as like a focusing beam
Yeah.
connects with Blackspire, and you
Yes.
get this first person image of him sitting on the you see him looking at the ocean, boats kind of sailing by,
Yeah.
going,
Yeah.
it's so fucking big, man. And then he looks over and there's a crowd of people and he's like, get the fuck out of here.
I like that they start taking photos. At first, he's like,
Goes into the drumming like one of your
wait,
French
do one from
girls.
here.
Oh,
Yeah.
He does
hey.
that, like what he did with the librarians.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get my delts, get my delts. Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he has all of his like, fuck, the ocean's so big, comes out to everyone else's like sad puppy whining.
Yeah.
Oh, and Cerulean hears that and she's like,
Oh, what a young hatchling needs my help. As an elder dragon, I will aid this young pup.
"Aw."
She can't go in shallow enough, so she has to send the orcas in.
She's like, Granny, you gotta come with me and we have to save a baby. She's like, whatever, babe.
You know I'm up for anything.
They're still fumigating my place for another 72 hours.
I can go till 2 o'clock, then I have a poem. I'm getting a poem.
I'm getting a poem at 2 o'clock.
We see the orca for the first time.
She's got kelp all over her head.
Huge curly kelp.
Curly
wig.
kelp. Wavy kelp.
Yeah. Oh, you know how like when animals are like old in the ocean and
Yes.
the, like
Yeah.
plants start to stick to them, she's got kelp growing out of her head.
Rosie's giving me a poem at 2 p.m.
Giving me a poem.
Give me a kelp poem at 2 p.m.
Let's go save this kid.
She pops the cigarette in her orca
Yeah.
lips and it just hangs there.
Nice. Nice.
And then the shot shifts back to the
Sorry, she's smoking one of those subterranean like volcanic vent worms.
Yeah. That's her cigarette holder.
Yeah,
I like
she's
that.
got one of those vent worms.
and then the shot shifts back to like the newscaster in the crowd on the beach, and then you see like 18 dorsal fins pick out of the water, and then it turns into Jaws, and the guy's like, "Get out of the water!
Get off the shore.
Get out of the water!"
And then you see all the boats like try to do like a quick U-turn, but so slow.
Yeah, and just getting like annihilated by orcas. Orcas hate boats. We know this.
Oh,
So
yeah.
this, yeah.
There's an orca like jumps out of the water and like elbow slams a boat. And the last scene that we see before the connection is severed by the tumultuous nature of the Sea of Graves is Blackspire sitting on the back of 3 orcas with his paws in the air like
wakeboarding on these orcas.
and he's carried off into the sea.
It is. He doesn't have anything that's like.
He's
hair.
got no. Well, he's got
Got
the
spikes. So
he's got
maybe
the
they're
plates
kinda
on his
like,
back.
Oh, and they're all like clacking. Wind.
And it seems like Blackspire is on his way.
Cool.
Now we must recall the Sea of Graves is large.
Yes.
I allowed you the hilarious narrative freedom to say that they find him right away. It would have taken a long time otherwise.
Okay.
He is on his way.
Yeah,
Sure.
and I will remind you guys that we spent easily 40 minutes on that scene. Easily 40 minutes of this episode.
Sounds like more.
It was worth it.
And it was fun. It was fun. And as we all know, at the same time, 2 evil twins are trying to take over the High Spear Principality.
And that's where we're going to leave it today.
But if you want to send any messages back to Farah, the bookworm, is this Oman?
I think Oman has been in your hair this whole
Yeah,
time.
but we can bring
Oh.
Oman out with
Yeah.
him and his buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Write an extra long message to Farah.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So what do you want to send back to Farah?
What do you guys think?
We gotta tell her about the scary door we went into,
Right. And the royal family.
the royal family,
Yeah.
Mhm.
the mechs,
The pollution. She knows about some of the pollution, but they don't know about the
Yeah.
full
and the refinery, Project Anvil.
Project Anvil.
question mark.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I should have only put 1, but I wasted a space on 2.
The high spear stuff,
So you're just going to give her a rundown on everything that you've done since you've talked.
which, as a reminder for the listeners,
Uh-huh.
is Morris and Perel are trying to hack the high spear
Mm-hmm.
to try and rebuff the gibbous man's influence.
There was the thought, Morris had a thought that he could potentially use the High Spear to reach other wizards that were trapped
Right.
in their bubble universes.
Right.
Yeah.
And that. So I will tell her that. That the Magi and the Dark Guard and the Church of the Black Flame are all the same organization.
Yep.
And they're all working for the Gibbous Man.
Mhm.
The smog is a way for him to resubstantiate himself.
And it's building in High Spear.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's spreading across the fire
Mhm.
fields and it's making its way into High Spear. And it, seems to have some sort of destructive effect on the people that have contact with it.
Yeah. And then, anything else?
Tuck ran away from a fight.
Yeah. Tuck ate shit in
abandoned.
a fight.
Yeah, he-
Betrayed us.
Tuck looked away for a second. He looks back and it's there. And it's like, what the fuck?
You don't tell her that.
We have to tell her everything. We don't know what's important and what's not important.
It could be the smog.
Yeah.
Add,
It could be
add that.
I should
so
have.
condescending.
Add that.
And then Tuck goes, and now we're going to go kill Callum Blackhammer. Love, Tuck.
Thing.
And the bookworms,
And then a
Oman,
handprint
Yeah.
for Billy.
Oman, and we need another name for this.
Other guy.
We need another Arabic name. Yusuf?
Yeah.
Oman and Yusuf. They nod. They get one of their little legs comes up and they give a salute, and then they unwrap their wings.
Could it be his antennae comes down and gives a salute
Oh
from his
yeah,
antennae?
his little
Cute.
antennae
Yeah.
salutes.
Oh, it would be so sick if like the back of the mail slots had the same property as the back
Yes.
door
Yes.
of
Oh.
Yes,
Hither
everything
and
about
Yawn.
this is miniature.
Yeah.
I like that.
Because we were getting messages from all over the world. Basically everywhere we've lived, there was like a utility bill from Cash's apartment. there was like a bunch of shit.
Yeah, you have a like a coupon sheet from that falafel place on Abu Dhabi Road across from Cash's.
Yeah.
There's a coupon from Vong.
Oh yeah.
Junk mail from Vongs.
I'm writing for After Midnight now.
Yeah, by the way, I'm really successful.
But yeah, I think these mail slots work where it's like once you take up residence, it will like basically like
grab correspondence for
from
you.
anywhere you've ever lived.
Whoa.
Like any mail that's like lost essentially comes here.
Amazing.
I like
Pretty
that.
cool. That's very interesting because the bookworm slot seems to suggest that this place was built with bookworms in mind.
Oh,
Which is interesting because like there's basically a little hatch that they can go out of,
Mhm.
and bookworms only exist in the Margani Library.
Oh.
So that's very interesting. It's a place that many people have come to stay over. Maybe a librarian stayed here one time and was
And-
like, "I'm going to build this little thing."
Cool.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
that. That's
I
what
love
they wrote
that.
the quiet time sign from 10 p.m. to 8 a.m.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was wondering why that was in McCall.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Wait, so can then the worms just go right out the back into
Yeah, it's
the
like
library?
a little flap.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is like they don't even have to fly
There's
there.
no
No.
travel time. I
No.
think.
They
That's
just squeak,
amazing.
squeak,
Yeah.
squeek,
Yeah.
and then pop right out.
Yeah.
Squeak, squeak.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a
Squeak,
tube
squeak.
in a factory, like an old tube
Yeah.
in a factory.
Oh yeah, it's like a whoop, whoop. Yeah. Oh, man, I fucking love those
Pneumatic
things.
tube.
Yeah, so your message has been sent to Farah. She has been brought up to date on everything that you have done since you talked to her last, including getting a dragon to break out of the library.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was one of the things. We sent someone for Blackspire. No apology. We did not put an apology.
Which is another dragon. She would love to have known that.
Yeah.
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 And not just another dragon, but like like centuries
Mhm.
old, massive elder sea dragon. All right, you guys have finally finished checking your email.
Tuck at a certain point just like did a select alt delete.
Yeah.
Hey, I was. Oh,
If it's important, they'll send another
They'll
one.
just email us again.
damn it. Oh, that had all his banking information. I wasn't done.
Oh no, the king of Penusian, his fortune. I guess now, what is your next step? We can play through the night, like we can have scenes, and you guys can fill stuff in, or ask Mir's questions, or talk to Francis or whatever, or we can just cut forward.
I do want to know about Project Anvil.
Yeah, I think this would be just because of the secret nature. Getting straight info on this is going to be tough.
Yeah.
But you might be able to glean some information with the discern realities.
And discern realities. 8 total.
So you get one question
Okay.
off the list.
Yeah.
And you're all sitting around resting. You know, you're like sitting in armchairs, and Mirs has made some tea, just chatting and sleeping. And the door opens, the Hither and Yawn's front door.
Ugh.
And you look, and there's like a middle-aged older lady. What does she look like? a little
Like a miner.
Yeah, she looks like she's like sooty. She's kind of ropey.
Ooh, I like that she has a tattered version of a harrier's cloak on. Like somebody gave it to her to help her keep her safe.
Right.
On the run.
Yeah.
Oh.
Been surviving in the cloak.
Yeah.
And there's like a hole in the back with dry blood. Like it was somebody that died.
Mhm.
One of the hares had died.
And she so then in that case, if she's running away from something, the door opens, like bangs open and then slams shut.
Yeah.
And there's this woman like pressing her back against the door.
It's okay.
And all of the shutters like slam closed
Yeah.
and then slam open again. And then we're in a completely different location.
Yeah. All right. So I guess you
Yep.
guys were sitting around.
Yeah.
And then the shutters all closed.
Yeah.
And this woman burst through the door, slammed it, and then the shutters opened again.
Uh-huh.
And she's just looking at all of you.
You're safe.
I walked into a shed.
Shit.
Shed.
If you need to use the lavatory, it's upstairs on the left.
It's freshly cleaned.
And she just kind of like slowly walks through the room.
My name's Ving.
Okay.
Are you hungry?
Yes.
All right.
And then she walks up the stairs to where you said the lavatory was.
She had to shit so bad.
And then she comes back down like 15 minutes later.
Yeah, we order her like a big meal from Mears.
And she comes back down the stairs. I'm just going to say how I imagined her. So she's pale. I think she has like shortish blonde curly-ish hair, but she's older, so it's going like gray. Kind of gaunt face, and like her nose is like long and kind of like pointed.
Uh-huh.
And
Dark
she's
rings around her eyes.
Yeah, very dark rings around her eyes.
Mhm.
And she's cleaned up. She's not as sooty anymore. It looks like her hair's wet.
Yeah.
Like she might have just done the whole deal.
And as she's coming down the stairs, you hear dun 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 dun. Kiss me beneath the milky twilight.
And it's a middle-aged woman just walking down the stairs in a Hither and Yawn bathrobe.
Yeah.
So, this is some sort of hotel.
Kind of.
It's a place that shows up when you need it.
Ving slides a bowl her way.
Yeah, and we cut forward, and Mears is pouring soup in her bowl, and she goes, "Wow, that's a lot of things that's happened to all of you. Thank you for filling me in on the nature of this place."
That's okay. Were the lights too much?
No, I actually liked the moving spotlight. It helped frame the action in a very interesting way.
Okay, because we spent a lot of money on those lights.
They look expensive.
Chuck is holding Vig up in the air.
You can put me down, big guy. You can put me down.
I liked the song.
Thank you very much. I worked really hard on it. I tried to do all the harmonies. Could you hear them all?
Could you hear the harmonies?
I've never heard one little boy do 3-part harmony before.
He does them like this. Like putting his fists up to his
Like
mouth.
through his own hands.
Yeah.
Where are you coming from?
Oh, you know, just around. It was just on a stroll.
No, you weren't. You came in here pretty fast.
You're wearing the cloak of a Harry.
And she looks up at Ving when he says that.
Did you kill him?
No, but he died. He died saving me.
Did you come from one of the mines?
I did. There was an attack on a refinery.
What happened?
I don't know the three of you. I can't just give up all my information. But you did get a question off the list.
What happened here recently?
All right. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Only because you haven't given me up yet. I work in a mine, coal mine. So about 4 days ago, there was an attack on a refinery, and a vein was destroyed, and the rest of the mines have basically gone on lockdown. And there was some people attacked one of these harriers, and it didn't go so well for them. I tried to make my way out. One of them tried to help, got cut down. I ran into a shed, just looking for a place to hide, safe place, and I ended up here. And she is digging into the soup.
If you found your way here, you must have needed it, so you're welcome to be here.
She nods.
What's your name?
Euphigenia?
Effie.
Effie.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you. I'm Tuck.
I'm Ving.
Billy.
Mears. That's Francis.
Yeah.
And Mears comes and pours like a steaming cup of coffee.
She asked for something stiffer.
And glug 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 pours some other smoking liquid into it.
What were you working on at the mine?
I was just digging out coal.
Was there any big project going on over there?
There's been word of it, not at the refinery, but after the invasion started, we started digging deeper into veins that we hadn't worked on yet. And They are working on something. I mean, you could charm this lady. Like you could
I don't
use.
have any fairy child.
It's been a few days. You can roll fairy child.
How bad is it?
a 6.
Okay.
Have we said we can't aid with Fairchild rolls?
No, you guys have explicitly aided before.
Okay.
You just need to tell me how.
I stole a bunch of suckers from from a dead guy.
What do you? Oh, hold on. What do you mean you stole a bunch of suckers from a dead guy?
Stephen Doctor was dead in the field as we were leaving.
No.
And he had a bunch
Yeah.
He looked dead, Billy. He just
He
looked
simply
and
looked
appeared
dead.
and smelled dead.
He's such a good guy.
This
I like
is
that-
actually making you sad.
Yeah.
Okay, it was. I found Stephen Doctor's
Coat, his lab coat.
his lab coat,
Okay.
and it was
Covered in blood at the battlefield.
Oh.
but it might not have been his. But it was. The pockets were stuffed with these.
And I like that Ving initially said that he was going to aid and came up with like a bowl of fruit and some granola. And then Tuck was like, I found all these lollipops.
Well, he
The
found all these
fuck?
lollipops in a dead guy's coat.
Holy shit.
Okay, I got 10.
So we're just giving up on sugar then? We're just giving up on sugar.
Oh, thank you.
You leave for weekends sometimes, and what am I supposed to do? Tell him no alone? Okay.
I would love for you to have some boundaries on the weekends I get to go.
Also, Billy is still in summer form.
Wait, no, you were in your winter form.
Oh,
Okay. Can I try to change my season?
yeah. So I think you just roll a d4,
Oh.
and then whatever comes up is your season.
2. Oh, I get summer.
Summer.
Yeah, back to summer form,
Summer, baby.
which means your wisdom goes to 0.
My
yeah.
wisdom goes to 0.
But you're so charming.
I'm so charming. Very helpful.
This is perfect. Great. You've got 3 fairy hold,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, you can definitely charm this lady if you want.
Yeah, I do want to.
Okay. And how does summer change charming again? What does the summer thing say?
Just says you may charm a small group or an individual for longer.
Okay, yeah. So you can, instead of charm an individual for a short time,
Mm-hmm.
you can charm one person for a long time
The whole
or hit a
night.
bunch of
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Totally.
whole night.
And she you can see her Billy, you start putting the fairy juice out there and you see her roll her shoulders and sort of loosen up a little bit.
So, what did you really get up to over there? What did you really see?
We heard of some project called Project Anvil that might actually be hurting a lot of people.
Yeah, what have you heard from the quarry side?
I mean, miners talk that, in the chow line or in the cafeteria, we're all chatting. And the mechanics, I've heard that they've been pulling people off the line, taking them to some secret facility to work on some big, big machine. A lot of coal that we would send to the front lines or to the other Mac divisions has been diverted to this facility.
That's probably why they were so devastated when that one refinery shut down.
Exactly. Whatever sort of fuel they need for this, there isn't as much of it as they hoped. And they need it all to power whatever this project is. They've been sending out more scouting parties as well, reconnoitering the firefields and the High Spear Principality for other veins of this
Oh, they're trying to find more mines.
coal that they've been getting us to dig out. I hate the stuff. Gets in your lungs.
Can I spout lore about its effect on people?
Yeah, totally.
Mhm.
And I'm going to use Fount of Knowledge because nobody else knows about this. So it gives me a +1.
Mhm.
7.
Okay, so 7 and 9. Interesting, but not useful. You, with your demonic sense, can feel, even just rolling off of her, there's a faint iconic vibe, basically, which feels very similar to what you were feeling in the refinery and what you've been feeling at a low level, you realize the entire time you've been in the firefields. It's not a straight up possession, but you can feel that she has an iconic influence hanging off of her, basically.
Can I use Demonize to figure out what it is?
Yeah, totally, yeah.
Please. 13.
Okay,
Wow.
that's a high roll.
Nice.
So you get 3 questions off the list.
Is there a demon here? And if so, what demon is it?
So the thing is like I said, it's not a straight up possession. It's more like the echo
Mhm.
of the iconic realm.
Uh-huh.
So there is not specifically a demon here. It's more like you can feel that she has been in contact with something.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So Tuck, as he kind of gleans this connection to the iconic realm, and he remembers growing up in McCall
Mm-hmm.
and all the Torch of McCall stuff, the Church of the Flame. he reaches behind the bar and like fishes out a vial of saffron.
Mm.
And he's like, let me make you like a thing that help. It's like kind of like a cleansing juice.
Mhm.
It's this. I dated a girl that was really into juice cleansers.
Things into this.
Yeah.
This will actually really help. You know where the bathroom is, right? Up on the left? Okay, good.
And he puts like saffron in like a thing. He like squeezes some limes in it.
Mm.
He's sort of just making a Manhattan, but he's putting a shitload of saffron in
Yeah,
it.
totally. Yeah. He's doing the shaking. He's
spins
flipping it. Yeah.
He tries to do one of the flips behind his back, like
Smashes a bottle.
smashes on
And Mears is like, oh no, please stop.
All right, let me just try that again.
You're not licensed for that.
All right, here we go. Can I try and do a flip? A cool flip?
You do not have to roll to do a cool flip and fuck it up. You really don't.
Let's try.
All right, but I do. I pour her this drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She starts drinking it and you feel that like lingering influence dissipate.
And she notices it probably too.
Yeah, she like brightens up a little bit and Billy, you can feel that your charm is like taking a bit of a firmer hold.
Mm.
And she's just like, oh, wow. I should have been cleansing this whole time.
Right?
I know. I never bought the whole juice cleanse thing, but you know, delicious.
Her Instagram handle is Katie Juice, and if you use her affiliate codes, then she gets a little bit of a kickback, and she gives that to me. So it's
Incredible.
Okay.
I'll take a look. Yeah, they're working on something big, and if the people that they're bringing off the line are any indication, it's mobile.
Okay.
And if I had to guess, it might be. And she like hunches down.
We hunch down
This
too.
is information that none of you would have gleaned on your own. I think it might be some kind of extra Big Mac.
Does it build itself out of littler Macs?
That I don't know. Anyway, I'm pretty beat, you might understand.
Mm-hmm.
I can talk more in the morning, but I really think I need to take a load off.
Go rest.
And she heads upstairs.
Neffy,
Yes,
it's good to meet you.
it's good to meet all of you as well. Thank you for giving a old bird like me somewhere to hide. And she heads up the stairs. And Mears is like, big robot?
I mean, yeah, that's kind of what it sounded like already.
But like, how big?
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Those things are pretty scary already, right? Like, you guys have had bad experiences with regular sized ones.
Yeah, regular sized ones are, in my mind, like 3 people tall.
Yeah.
So a big one is like the size of like the high spirit, maybe.
My
Whoa.
God.
Like 1,000
That
feet tall?
Big?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
How
Ugh.
big?
I mean, it doesn't really
We
matter.
don't know.
That no one else in the Principalities has anything like the Firefields has. If they have something like that, High Spear City is toast.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, then we better get there fast.
Yeah.
Huh.
You guys still going to go to Callum and try and take it down from the... Because, I mean,
Yes.
he's the brains behind it, right?
Yeah, that's true. If
Mhm.
they lose, if you cut off the head of the snake, then another head grows.
Yeah.
Wait.
There's a second head. So we cut off one head of the snake, and then that one's gone,
Yeah,
and
but-
then we go after the second head of the
We go
snake.
after the
Which is
second
the
head.
tail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, wait.
So you cut off the head of a snake, and then
Yes.
you cut, and then its tail becomes its head.
That's right.
Yeah.
You have to cut off the other one.
And then maybe Project Anvil is like another head that pops up, but that's the boss head.
That's the last
The
head
final head.
to cut off.
You have to suck the venom out of the tail of the snake.
I think you're right. That has something to do with it.
Yeah, that's why snakes can't be poisoned by their own venom, because they're always sucking their own tails.
Bora
Yeah.
Bora.
I heard if you cut a snake in half, it actually just grows into 2 snakes.
Yeah, there's that too.
Okay, so the way we cut it matters. That's what I'm getting from this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in that vein, do we still feel like the right move is to go after Callum?
It's hard to say yes
no.
because of all the what if we can have an influence over this giant machine.
I mean, I will will say that I think that Callum could, like, I think both are good paths.
Mhm.
Considering our experiences with Lee Masterly, clearly there are wealthy members of industry that are involved in this logistical chain,
Uh-huh.
which could be what Callum is doing in the capital, dealing with sort of like the logistical, political, like economic side of it.
Yeah.
And taking that out would be a huge blow to it. Or physically going and trying to find a big robot and destroying it. Also,
I just don't know if we're strong enough.
Yeah.
But
That's
what
a-
if strength isn't the thing and Ving has in his hand the ticking heart of M4?
Oh,
What if
fuck.
If a softer approach,
Oh my gosh.
and if we can turn the tides of this giant mech somehow, I mean, right? I did it before with the
That's-
smaller one, and then we
Right.
use that against Callum.
You still have one use of Hibernia water, right?
I believe I do.
What if Effie would help us?
Get in, sneak in. Yeah. Okay. So
Whoa.
the potential other plan
Uh-huh.
Is leave the snake whole.
and go find Project Anvil
Mm-hmm.
and put M4's heart in it and try and turn this new Mega Mac against the
Against
M5.
the snake itself.
yeah.
Yeah. Go and find a big rock and then squish the snake with
Yeah.
it.
We don't have to worry about which head we're cutting off.
Yeah.
If we
Yeah.
just mash the entire snake into the ground.
Guys, this snake metaphor is freaking me out. I actually know a lot of snakes, so not that bad.
Snakes are pretty cool,
Actually,
Sorry,
pretty
we'll
cool.
Pick something else.
Yeah.
Statistically, one of the least racist species out there.
I've been a snake before. I would like to stop thinking about me getting my own head cut off. Wow, that's a good plan. I didn't
yeah.
even think about
I
that.
didn't
Really
think
like
about
that
that
plan.
either.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you go and tell Effie about this?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we burst into her room.
She
Should we let her sleep? The thing is saying just as you guys are kicking the door open.
and she shoots up out of her bed like, "Whoa!"
It's just us.
Oh.
We had an idea.
And we cut back downstairs to the bar. Mears is ladling a bunch of soup into Euphigenia's bowl, and she goes, "Wow, that's quite an idea." So you want to sneak right into the secret facility of Project Anvil and just take it down from the inside immediately.
I mean, isn't that the only way to free everyone?
Cut off the head of the snake before it can strike.
I mean,
Oh, I get it. I get the snake thing now. Okay.
I can certainly tell you that the last thing they would be expecting is for you to appear inside their facility, I suppose. But they are locked down. The mine I was working at, the refinery, was serious. There were guards everywhere, checking people going in, checking people coming out.
Do you think you can help us?
If what you say is true, and they are trying to bring down the Firefields Principality and the High Spear, then yes.
The last time we ran into Com, he almost destroyed us. We need to get prepared.
If you guys need like weapons or something, you could always check the Lost and Found.
There's a lost and found.
And Mir's like nods his head. Come on, I'll show you. And he opens a door just off the storeroom that you've never opened before.
It's neon
Lights.
fluorescent lights in the ceiling. King,
Blink, 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 blink.
king. Rows and rows of guns.
Of weapons.
Billy does the thing from the Matrix where he's like, I need guns.
Lots of guns.
Lots of
Lots of
guns.
And I guess that's where we're going to end it for this week. I'm your Game Master, Sean O'Hara. Joining me as always, Tacoma Dome the Barbarian, Abdul Aziz.
So long, everybody.
Ving the Half-Elf Druid, Paul Oppers.
Take care.
And Fat Billy the Halfling Thief, Jessica Ty.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you for joining us. This show wouldn't be possible without the support of all of our wonderful patrons. If you would like to support the show, please join us at patreon.com/spoutlore or spoutlore.com/moneyplease and get access to a bunch of bonus content, including the up-to-date Mallbrats feed and video episodes if you're watching right now. And if you're not, I'm pointing at the camera, which you'll only see if you join our...
I'm flexing my arms.
Jessica's flexing her bicep.
You'll only know what I'm doing if you watch the video.
Yeah.
I'm jacking off.
He's not doing that, Patreon.
But join the Patreon to see if that's
If it's true. Thank you to Aaron Reed for our intro and outro music. You should check out Aaron Reed and his original music at aaronreed.bandcamp.com and all the music produced for the show at spotify.com, where you're home for music. Thank you so much, finally, and most of all, to all of you for listening. We'll see you next time.
And so ends the tale of adventures three who tried the best they can. Though dumb and scared and lost they be, fun times abreast in revelry. And though our journey may be like a conclusion, we will not leave you without a resolution. Return next week to hear some more whilst you commute or do your chores. And for you, I'd